soon as he moved here, I felt like me and him kind of clicked a little bit. So we've grown since junior year, junior off season, all that kind of stuff. And just, see him find something, he's really like proud of, something, he's really working hard for, and something that he really wants. Just like, it's kind of special as a teammate, someone who's close to him. Feels good to see him accomplish something like that.
I wasn't expecting the game that I had to come out at all. I just knew I had to do my part. And I know if I did my part and everybody else did their part, we had a chance to win and come out and be a success.
What do you think it is that gives him his edge?
Oh, I think that he just plays hard. I think he only knows one speed as far as how to play the game. And, I've always, I can go back to when I worked with William Devane at Hart County, and he used to say it's hard to beat 11 hustlers. And, it's hard to get guys to learn how to play the game full speed. And that's the only way I've known Andrew to play the game. So that's what gives him his edge, is his energy that he brings to his play.
Get a family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family! Shoot everything.
You broke the school touchdown record. Talk to me about what's going through your mind. Is that something you took some time to stop and celebrate, or was it we just got to keep moving?
Well, I was really excited because I know last year I tied it last year, and I really wanted to at the time, but we wasn't there to break school record. We was there to win, to go to the playoffs. So when I found out I had 5 here and I had a chance to break it, I asked Coach. I remember going up to him and asking him, let me do this, let me see if I can score again.
Because as soon as we got on the sideline, we heard the news about it, how, all the yards he had and all the touchdowns he had. It's great, man. We want to celebrate him, praise him, let him know that, we love him and appreciate the work he's doing for himself and us. It felt great to celebrate him, do something.
Well, the thing that impressed me the most is right before the game I had to go outside and get him because he was working on fumble drills. He had slipped off by himself and was working. We had a lot of turnovers the week before. I think we had 9 in our scrimmage. So that was one of our big focuses last week, and he was working on that right up until the game.
In the past, I don't think I've ever seen anybody outside do anything like that before a game. And we struggled with it last week, and then all week of practice, the energy put in, and even 30 minutes before game time, you walk out and he's outside busting his tail, sweating a little bit, just putting in work to help make sure this team goes out and does what we're supposed to.
I was real nervous actually. I was sitting in there, we just got done warming up, and there wasn't a cloud in sight, and I looked outside, somebody opened the door and it was pouring.
And if you were here, you noticed that it just came a downpour about 7 p.m. And so exchanging the ball or throwing the ball, we found it to be very difficult to do. So we put it on the ground, put it behind our offensive line. Andrew had a heck of a game.
And what kind of guy is he once he steps off this field?
He's the kind of guy, it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're going fishing or you're going to get something to eat, he's always the first guy I'm going to text. If I ever got something planned, I want to do it with somebody, I'm going to text him and be like, hey, what you doing today? You got any plans? Because, he's so easy to talk to. My mom loves him. Everybody in the family loves him just because he's so easygoing and so easy to talk to.
Our guys love him, and they soak up his energy. We've got a couple guys that bring a ton of energy, and he's one of them. And, the amount of energy that he brings to the table really sets the tone for our team. If his energy level's up and he's positive, we're very positive, and likewise, if it ever drops, we drop. And he's one of those guys, and we've got several of those on the team that kind of set that tone.
First thing, I couldn't have never done it without my offensive line, man. They blocked their butts off. I mean, they're a great part of the team, man. They put in more work than anybody out here, I think.
Oh, the O-line, man, I love them. They're always doing stuff outside of practice to get better connection. Even as their quarterback, I feel like, I could trust them with anything. Even at the game, or even we're at school or we're doing anything else, I'd love to hang out with those guys just because I know that's a different kind of relationship that I've seen, especially from in the past. Those guys are just so close, and they got a different kind of relationship, different kind of love for each other, and that's just really exciting to see.
All of our guys put in a ton of work, and we've had a great summer and a great spring, and we've got some great senior leadership. Although we don't have very many of them, they are very high quality. So I can't say enough about those guys.
In the past few years, at least since my freshman year, you come out and there's been a bunch of great seasons in the past, and you get in here and you're it's fun to have good seasons and stuff, but having losing records and stuff is always down-putting, especially when it gets later in the season.
We had doubters and things. And it's hard to go to school when you have things like that. And I was afraid of if we came into this game with the student section and things we had, if we lost, we would have lost everything else. So I went to the game kind of nervous. I told Coach, and he just told me to do my thing. And that's what we did.
I'm just happy for him, though. It's a big accomplishment for this team. You talk about an offensive line. As an offensive line, to have somebody go over 300 yards on the ground, that's impressive. So it's been quite some time since we had a 1,000-yard rusher around here, and we've got the offensive line and the backs to do it right now. So we're ready to go.
But coming out hot, you know, with the big crowd, and you had a big crowd for the scrimmage, and then first game, like huge crowd, everybody, you know, got a lot of hype around you, ready to see you play, and you come out, and it's just like the energy all game. Even in the rain, we had like stands full, everybody just praising and cheering, and just to get that first win and just like kind of make a statement of how hard we've been working and what we've got planned just felt really good.